Today's vlog is about, do I list all of my creditors when I file? Yes, when you file a bankruptcy case, you need to list all of your creditors. It could be a friend who you owe money, credit cards, medical debt, personal loans, your mortgage, your car. Even if you're keeping those items, they still all have to get listed. And the reason is if you don't list someone or you exclude them, it's preferential. You're listing everyone else, but you're not listing one creditor. When you file a Chapter 7, you can still voluntarily pay creditors after you file bankruptcy. The bankruptcy just means they could never, when you get that discharge, collect from you involuntarily, like garnishment, suing, sending statements, keeping calls. But when you do Chapter 7, if there is a creditor, you're like, I want to still pay them after I file, you can still do that voluntarily. It just can't be forced by the creditor. And then in Chapter 13, you do still make payments to your creditors through the Chapter 13 payment. So whatever you come up with your attorney for your payment plan, those creditors will still get paid something out of the Chapter 13. And your secured assets, so think mortgage, vehicles, boats, cabins, etc., you keep paying those even though they're listed in the bankruptcy. So you have to list those creditors in the bankruptcy. You can't exclude them, but you can still pay them if you want to keep them, for the most part with bankruptcy. And then with filing, so even if you've got creditors who you're current on the payments, so you pay them off every month, you pay them off after you use them, those technically don't have to get listed, so you've got a credit card with a zero balance. It's not really a debt at that point, which is why you don't have to list it. That being said, a lot of creditors still get the notice when you file, just based on, a ping with your social security number after filing, or your credit, your credit with bankruptcy. So you may not have to list the creditors that you've got a zero balance, like credit cards mainly, but they may still get notice and close after you file. If you have questions about bankruptcy, if you're considering your options, considering filing, give LifeBack Law a call. We do free consultations. We've got a free credit repair program when the bankruptcy is done and you get that discharge.